Well, welcome to the channel, guys. Glad you guys are out here along with me today. I'm going to take off and go down here towards the end of Indian Rocks area, Lake of the Ozarks, the back of the Gravois Arm. I'm pretty sure I know how I'm going to get there, but I wanted to go down there. I know there's some gravel road back in there. There's a couple old concrete water crossings to cross back there. The lake level's down right now, and I kind of wanted to see how much of that area back there is dry. I've never really made it back there in the winter months, and I think it'd be neat to see. So that's what we're going to do today, guys. We're going to ride the old Pan-America. We're going to go back there and check it out. We got a little bit of blacktop here. It's not far. Normally I would have just kind of paused it and then got to my gravel road or whatever and then turn and go down there. But since it's such a short distance, I figured, man, we'll go ahead and just leave her to let her run. Let me visit with you folks. I'm pretty sure I got a couple more corners here, then we'll be ready to turn on that gravel road to go down there. We are in the Rocky Mount, Missouri location. There's our turn, right here. So this is kind of northwest of town. And this will kind of lead us back, like I said, to the Indian Rocks area, is what they call Indian Rocks. I see somebody built them a new little home. Working on it anyway. The old gravel. And we'll just put her in gravel mode. We'll call it gravel mode. It's actually off-road mode. Or maybe my throttle response will be a little more retarded, because I like to goose it every once in a while. Still no leaves. I did get up this morning and went over to the lodge today, and as I come out of the house, I noticed a whole bunch of tree buds on my car. So I would say a couple of them trees there in my driveway, due to the nice inclement weather we've had the past few days, has probably encouraged some bud growth. But we had a couple cold days, so that kind of killed them off again. You can see you got purple paint on the trees. That's no hunting, no trespassing. Those of you that don't know what the purple paint means. Missouri kind of does it two ways. They'll either hang a sign or they'll put purple paint up. That old boy chose to do the purple paint. I gotta tell you, it's warmed up quite nicely today. I'm looking at 62 right now, I believe. Best of my eyes can let me see it. So it's not bad. I've got a hoodie on, and then I've got my windproof Harley jacket on, which is overkill because I'm starting to get extremely warm. So maybe when we get down here to Indian Rocks, I might peel a layer off. I'm actually surprised there's this much gravel, loose gravel on this gravel road today. I'd say probably within the past month, looking at this dirt edge here, the grader has been by here in the past couple weeks, because that's not real tightly packed. You can tell by looking at it. It has had a little bit of moisture on it, so it's been through at least one rain. Man, it feels good to be out on the bike today. It really, truly does. If you watched my last video, you'll notice I went over to Camp Bagnall. I actually laid my bike down right in front of that poor lady sitting there. All I did was went to switch my foot to the other side, and I didn't have my foot on the ground, and I was already going down. It was too late, couldn't save it. My sons would have really rasped me on that one. How you feel, stupid? I'm stupid. Yeah, that's about the size of it. It's about the way I felt. Now, the sad thing is, just put a brand new crash bar on that side. It happens. I think we're getting ready to go across one of the concrete water crossings down here. Oh, there's actually water going across it. We got to kind of be cautious in these because they will build up a slimy stuff, and that can cause you to crash. Although I don't think that that's really going to be the case with this one. That's pretty cool. And there's another one right up here, and I don't know that this one will ever see water going across it unless we have some extreme rains where the creeks are actually filled up. I might stop here and go ahead and kick that in neutral. As you can see there, it's got quite a bit of to come up before it would ever do that. Here's the other side. Let's see if I can get off of this bike for a second here. We'll just walk over here and look at that. Some pretty good sized rocks, and actually it looks fairly deep for just being a creek. When I was younger, I'd take bikes and jump off in an area here, and I'd ride along these creeks like this just to see where all they would go. Probably really shouldn't do that, but when I was a kid, that's pretty much the way the old man raised me. But as I got older, I knew then that that's really not the right thing to do. So I kind of refrained from doing that anymore. But that's a pretty cool little bridge there too. Alright, so we'll just venture on down here. There's a big old sycamore tree around the corner here. I would imagine that mushroom hunters probably love this area because there is a bunch of sycamores down here. And we're getting real close to that season. I mean, look at the size of that thing at the base. It's big. And the next one down is even bigger. It's big. Let's look at the size of that dude. That thing is massive for a sycamore tree. Wow. Alright, we'll hang a left down here. My memory serves me correctly. It was like a rock bluff wall down here somewhere. I tell you, it's been a long time since I've been over here. Sorry about that, I had to cough. There's some posted. Stay out of there. Some nice little rock ledges up in here. I always thought those were kind of neat. Coming from a past week or so of me being personally cold and really not feeling up to riding at all, it feels extremely good to be out here today. And the Pan-America has been running flawlessly. Been happy about that. I did make kind of a little video on the bike. I'm probably going to release it sometime in the next few days. So kind of be watching for that one. It's a short little video, just kind of me going over my bike and things that I've done to it. And that I've had done to it as far as warranty goes. dust. Dusty, dusty. What we got here? Caution. We might drive down through there on the way back by and check that out. We're getting pretty close to the water. It's down this way. Yep, I see kind of a little bit of it possibly down through there. You're probably not going to see it until a little bit. So I'm running the DJI Action Pro 5 camera now and the DJI Mic Minis, and I'm really extremely excited and happy with this setup. I come from a GoPro, and GoPros just, you can't trust them. They'll shut off on their own. You never know if they're going to work or not work, and had real no decent, mic mod system for them, and it just sucked. Wow. I can tell you right now, guys, we're looking at the water. Can you see the water? Can you see it? Yeah, that's just my point. That's the reason why I wanted to come down here. I had a feeling that there wasn't going to be any water whatsoever. That is just crazy. Let me get this thing in neutral here. As you can see, there's a little bit of water way over there next to that higher rock wall that they got over there, kind of mined rock and put in there. There's a little bit there, and I would imagine clear over there by that bank there's a little bit of a stream that probably runs through there, but this normally is underwater, and right now I believe the lake level is down like 5.5, 6 feet, so that's what you're going to see, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be like that even farther back as I go, because this is going to start leading us out towards the Gravois arm. Look at that poor boat sitting on the ground. Dock destroyed. Wow. I don't want to go back there because it kind of be considered trespassing. There's no real driveway, but it would be neat to have drove over there to seen that. That's crazy. As you can see, again, no water. There's a little bit of water laying in here in a couple of real low spots, but very little. It's so minute you can't even consider it to be water. You can see little puddles of it here and there. Isn't that crazy? I come back, I think I'll stop here and we'll walk over there, take a look at that. And it's kind of like I said, from what I'm seeing, you're not going to see it quite as well as I do, but way over there, there's like a steady flow of water still where you can get a boat in and out to those far docks, but that's becoming to the point where you're not even going to get a boat in and out over there anymore either. These docks, like I said, are always got water on them until wintertime hits. And believe it or not, I really thought there would have been more of a smell here today. That mud, I do smell the mud now. I think it's because the closer I get to where there is water standing. Isn't that crazy how much Ameren lets us down? What? That's their way of regulating the lake and preparing for spring rains, and we are definitely going to have some crazy spring rains. Looking at the forecast, the next 2 weeks is going to be all rain. So they're definitely got her down, preparing for it. Some of these docks could really use some work this time of year. Somebody doing a little work to that one. It looks like some new construction, really. I don't recall ever seeing that home before, so. I see some snowbirds back there. Just look at all these docks. There's no homes right here by them, but the people that own land, they've been able to do this. Ameren has let them do it. What they do is they just come up here and park their vehicle, and they walk on down there to it. I'm sure there's an entrance here somewhere that gets you down there to that lower level. Yeah, there it is right there. It kind of goes around. And one here. There's another place for people to have their campers. Long Valley. Kind of make you wonder what they charge these people to have these here. Definitely some older ones. Now we're getting back to where the water's a little deeper. I can see more water out here this way. Well, these folks at least have their docks on water still. That probably makes them happy. Yeah, I hadn't been back here in a long time. But I know, just like every other gravel road out here, when you're dealing with the lake, it's going to come to a dead end. And we've just about reached that point. Matter of fact, we have reached it. Because that's a dead end up there. It says do not enter. So I've reached my point. But what do you think of that? I mean, that water is seriously down. That water is usually right here at the grass edge. So like I said, it's down quite a ways. It's like the old, I guess pelicans. I'm kind of surprised that they're here. Big white geese and pelicans out there both. Well, this is the very back of Indian Creek. And if you come off of the Gravois arm, it'll take you back here. The Gravois, I'm going to say this is probably going to be roughly around the 6 mile marker of the Gravois. I think it goes back to 9 miles on the Gravois. So, but like I said, I just wanted to come back here and let you guys see this. Lack of water, I guess you could call it. Pretty interesting. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed the footage so far. And like I always say this, I can't stress it enough. I know that I share my videos on YouTube, but I also share that same video link to Facebook. And I know people that view it on Facebook, they really can't comment unless they sign in. So unless you have a YouTube account, you're not going to be able to leave a comment. So what I would really like to see is, if you don't have one, it doesn't cost you anything to sign up for YouTube. Sign up for it and watch it and leave a comment. We love to chat with you guys. I know my wife and I both. She chimes in quite often, and of course I answer every single comment that I get, and I appreciate every single one of your views, your likes when you hit that like button. And once you sign in, you watch this video, if you like the content, all you got to do is hit that notification bell and you'll get notified when I do release a new video. Now, I try real hard to do a video on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. They usually come out at 4 p.m. Back when the boys were racing, I did these same videos, and they were pretty short videos. They was like 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes long at the most, because that's how long their race lasted each time. But those videos did extremely well. And since I stopped doing race videos, the boys stopped racing, I haven't been able to post as many videos. I haven't had them, quite frequently. So now I've got it to where I've narrowed it down to 3 days a week, and I'm just doing my adventure riding wherever I go, whether it's my wife and I out on an adventure together, or me and my sons out together, or like today, me by myself, just getting out and riding. And I'm just amazed by this water. And it's nice to know that you folks are watching those videos with me as I ride. And again, like I said, I really do appreciate every one of your views. My YouTube channel is not about making any money. It's just me sharing my time and my adventure out doing what I obviously love doing. I love riding. And I just happen to be doing it on a Pan-America. This is the 2021 Harley-Davidson Special 1250. It's been a great bike. So that's what you folks get to see me out on. I've since left the street riding as far as my Harley-Davidson Electric Glide. I got rid of that, Ultra Classic. I've gotten rid of several of my Harleys. I've gotten rid of basically all my off-road bikes. And I'm really struggling because I love riding up in the trails and woods. And I know that we've got multiple bikes that my son has, and I can take any one of those at any time I want and ride. But I just kind of miss having one of my own. So we're kind of contemplating on, coming up with some different idea. So I don't know if it's going to be maybe buy myself a Gold Wing, and then buy myself another dual sport, like maybe a 300L, possibly. I don't know. That's kind of in the future. We're still contemplating that. But I love my 1250 Harley. This Pan-America really is a nice bike. It got a really bad name at first, but I got to tell you that if most people do what I did, just work out the problems with it and see how it goes from there. I've not had any problems at all so far since, the last incident. And I say last incident, it was kind of one of the known issues. And they did have a fix and a repair for it. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I will have a link in the description with the camera gear. If you click on them links, you'll know what I have, and you'll be able to get the prices and so forth there and order those. Again, I really appreciate you guys, and I just want to say thank you for y'all watching and tuning in each week. Anyway, you guys have a great day, and see you on the next video.